Revelation 8 through 11, and we're going to, starting with the seventh seal, which opens up the entire deed to earth, opens up the entire scroll, and begins the seven trumpets of God. So we're going to look at the seven trumpets of God's judgment. And so these are meant as a final warning or wake-up call for humanity. The sound of the trumpet blast is a wake-up call and a call for war. And that's what these seven trumpets are. So in Revelation 8, we begin with the seventh seal. So this is the last seal, meaning that the scroll that Jesus is worthy as the Lamb to open is now fully opened. And for the first time, heaven can see the entire plan of God's judgment and reclaiming the earth. Jesus has fully reclaimed creation back to himself, and the events that are going to be unleashed are now fully made public. They're fully, the scroll is open. So this is the stone, this government that's going to come that Jesus is bringing is the very stone in the book of Daniel. Remember, Daniel and Revelation go hand in hand. And this government that Jesus is bringing is the very stone made without hands, meaning mankind has no part in making this stone. We will rule and reign with Jesus after he comes back. But his government, he brings back when he comes back as king. And so this stone made without hands is going to destroy all the world governments of man, from Babylon, the head, going all the way back really to Babel, to Babylon, when Nimrod and Semiramis, everything goes back to that first one world government. But from Babylon all the way to this final beast government that we see shadows of right now forming. So this is a great reminder, again, that the book of Daniel and Revelation go hand in hand, and there's lots of parallels. There's lots of in Revelation, in many places, it's hinting to things that happened in Daniel. So Daniel 2, 34 through 35, as you watched, a stone was cut, but not by human hands, and it struck the statue on its feet of iron and clay, this final government, and crushed them. And then the iron, clay, bronze, silver, and gold were shattered and became like chaff in the threshing floor of the summer. The wind carried them away, and not a trace of them could be found. But the stone that had struck the statue became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. So Jesus, as he's opening up this deed, the process of completely crushing man's governments throughout human history has started. And so these judgments that are pouring out, they're going to culminate with Jesus, God himself, coming and completely crushing the governments of man and setting up his own righteous government. So when the Lamb opened this last seal, here we looked at these seals. When Jesus opens this last seal, there is silence in heaven for about a half an hour, Revelation 8:1. This silence follows the praise that we just saw in Revelation 7. So in Revelation 7, we saw the martyrs, and we saw everyone around the throne praising Jesus as he is removing these seals. And this last seal, there's complete silence. Persecution was released in seal 5, and the tribulation saints that have already died are crying out for judgment. And now God's judgment is fully revealed for the first time. And all of heaven can see God's plan to judge wickedness, to judge the wickedness of the earth, to destroy the kingdom of the beast, and to set everything right. And all heaven remains silent at the gravity of this. Zechariah 2:13, be silent, all flesh, before the Lord, for he has roused himself from his holy dwelling. So this understanding of God's about to do something huge, and there's this moment of silence.